Hello everyone. Nice to meet you again. But I want to tell you about why this additional types of lecture was made. Uh, th- th- uh, this is because I did not fulfill, satisfied all the time requirements for these programs. It is very strange because the last year when I made the same lecture for these programs, I, satisfied all the uh, time requirement for this class. But this year, uh, my lecture finished earlier much earlier than I expected. So I made this very additional version of analyzing cases, public cases, to help you to understand the Korean system of public law as well as legal system. Um, so what I want to have you get something from my lecture is to understand how lawyers assess the legal problem when they face the real case. So I brought real case for this additional lecture to help you to analyze the cases, the real cases based on the legal standards I already give you, and also with some good knowledge I want additionally will teach you. Mm. Oh, okay. Here is the real case about Sewol Ho. Sewol was a very tragic case in Korean contemporary history. It was kind of ship accident, but the case was very strange. Let us see that. Let me read the case. Sewol Ho, the ship of the tragic accident that happened in the southern sea area of Korea, sank into the seawater, and many young middle school students and people were drowned to die. But the captain and many crewmen of Sewol Ho survived. What happened? When the ship lost its balance, they announced to passengers to ask them just to stay in their cabin because they are afraid of a kind of disorder and chaos from the passengers in panic. Without any announcement of evacuation to passengers, the captain told his crewmen to evacuate. The survived captain and the first and second, third mate who successfully escaped from Sewol Ho was prosecuted. They run away from their responsibility. So many Korean people, so most of the Korean people were hugely angry about them, and so a prosecutor did not find any choice but to charge them. What is the issue of the case? As I told you, the spotting issue is the most important, the most core part of an analysis of a legal case. What is the issue of case? Let me ask the question: did the captain kill the the passengers intentionally? If you cannot answer this question affirmatively, you cannot punish the captains with the crime of murder. Murder is defined as intentional killing of others' life. Yes, there must be some kind of some kind of suspicion about whether the captain actually intentionally killed the passengers. Mm. Then we can ask the more specific questions: that what is the subjective element the captain uh, satisfy for the crime of intentional killing? To satisfy the intentional killing, murder, the captain more specifically should satisfy captain's act should satisfy the subjective element of murder. Uh, yes, the subjective element of the murder is the intention of killing others' life. Uh, did the captain has intention to kill the other passenger's life? He just run away. Yeah. Run away. He, did he aggressively want to kill other people? We cannot say that. We cannot say that. And how we can answer this question, the issue first? So we need another type, very minimal types of intention, minimal types of conception of intention. Intention. So it is called recklessness. Reckless. Even though the captain did not, have the intention or aggressive intention of other people's intention of killing other people's life, still he has intention to accept the situation in which the passengers may die if the captain did not fulfilled all the duties to announce them to evacuate. So that is called recklessness, or is a very strong type of negligence. Negligence, and yes, we can say that the captain accept the situation. So we can say that the captain satisfy very minimal types of intention. The first one we have to deal with, the issue is when we deal with this issue. So the first core aspect is about criminal acts, because the captain did not aggressively and affirmatively acts. He did not make any physical, moving or killing other people. He just, did not fulfill his duty and run away. For this case, for this kind of case, we prepare the concept of omission. Omission is, the concept in contrast with commission. Commission is affirmative physical acts, but the omission is, can be defined as no fulfillment of duty to affirmative acts. So omission means something omitted, kind of acts omitted. But still, if you did not satisfy all your duty, you can be criminally punished. So we can say that you need to take a duty to block an elemental consequence. You will be punished if you do not try to rescue your child who is drowned, which happened without your fault. You are in, responsibility to protect your child based on the law. Also, you can in this case we can say that the captain is captain takes the responsibility to protect the passengers based on the law, as well as the contract between the captain and passengers. Yes, of course, captain of a ship has a responsibility to protect his passenger based on the law and contract from any danger that happens while sailing. So and then after dealing with the omission issue, we have to go to the intention issue. I've already told about it. Intention, usually defined as awareness of fact, are required to satisfy element of crime, and also intention is defined as the volition to make element of facts satisfied. These two aspects of awareness and the volition is necessary to constitute intention. So there is a definite intention, aggressive intention of doing something, but there is another types of intention, the recklessness, or some people say the willful negligence. It is very strange, mixture of words. Willful means some kind of the volition or some kind of intention appears in our mind. But negligence means there's duty to care about something, but you did not satisfy that duty. Yeah. In the aspect of subjective mind, but these two opposites concepts combined into each other and creates a new concept, of willful negligence. It means a very small type of small negative and passive type of the intention. Just accepting a simple acceptance of element consequence without aggressive willfulness. Yes, the captain did not have the definite intention, but he has recklessness, a simple acceptance of killing, simple acceptance of having the passengers died without aggressive willfulness. But still, recklessness also belongs within conception of with intention. We can say that the captain intentionally killed the passengers with the acts of omission, right? Then let us let's think about the second issue. What is the name of the crime? The third mate in the ship Seworo satisfied, who just followed the order of captain. He just followed order of captain. Usually in the while sailing, the order of captain, the decision of a captain is almost absolute for the crewman in a ship. Then can he say the third mate of Seworo still should take responsibility about the death of the passenger? To answer this question, we have to deal with the omission issue. So again, then we can ask a question: the third mate of Seworo has a duty to protect the passengers. Protect passengers. Yes, we can say that. even though he is a third mate, still he still have a duty to protect the passengers. Also, when based on this duty, the third mate should have so ask the captain to order the announcements of evacuation to passengers. In that form, the third mate should have satisfy his duty in that situation, in several situations. And what about intention? Yes, the third mate did not have a definite intention. He has simple recklessness, simple acceptance of elemental consequences without aggressive willfulness. However, we have to deal with this issue: affirmative conspiracy for omission. Now, the omission is a very exceptional, case or case. So courts, Korean courts do not aggressively, accept the argument of omission to have somebody, criminally responsible. So, for the case of third mates, you need affirmative conspiracy with the captain, or accepting the death of passengers without satisfying their duty. Was there affirmative conspiracy? Yes, we cannot say that. The third mate did simply subsidiary role, plays subsidiary role in having the passengers died. So we need to have to analyze these requirements. So Korean governments, Korean Supreme Courts decide that the third mate did not intend. We cannot say that third mate did intentionally kill the passenger. He just passively participate in the situation, like they run away from ships. So yes, we wrapped up the first quiz, and why don't we move to the second quiz? This quiz is prepared by me to help you to understand Korean public law system and the legal cases better. Let me read it. The captain of the ships which anchored on the sea nearby Busan port. The captain was announced by an official of the Sea Weather Service to get into a port to avoid the danger from storm, but disregarded it. When the storm warning arrived, the ship was in danger to stand on the beach, strand on the beach. To rescue the ship, the captain did not pull up the anchor. In the course of it, the anchor of the ship messed up the clam farm. The captain was prosecuted with the crime of intentionally damaging others' property. Yeah. What is the issue of a case? Before spotting issue, we need to understand kind of rule, the justification, one of the justification rule. In the Korean Criminal Code 22, in the necessity clause, any person who cause damage on others' right or interest while avoiding a danger present cannot be punishable if he did it with any reasonable cause. If somebody when somebody faces a very kind of obvious and present danger, then he can inflict damage. He is allowed to inflict damage to escape from the danger when he has a reasonable cause. It means the protected interest is more valuable. The protected interest is more valuable than the inflicted interest. That requirement should be satisfied to have the reasonable cause condition. All right. Then let's move to the issue of this case. Is the captain's decision unnecessary to justify the damage of a claim farm regardless of his fault of the danger caused by himself? Yes. In this case, there's a problem that the captain made a mistake, made a fault to have the danger occur, because he has opportunity to escape from the very dangerous situation. He can evacuate to any kind of port to escape from storm. There was already warned. Alright. Then can we say if when there is a fault to cause a danger by an actor, does the actor still have necessity defense arguments? That is the real issue. The danger the captain faced is caused by himself. He could have evacuate his ships to very safe port to escape from a very serious storm. The Korean Supreme Court decided that even though he made a fault to cause the danger he faces, still the interest he wants to protect it is much more stronger than, much more valuable than the damage he made while escaping from the danger present. What he wants to protect is the ship and the crewman and himself. There's life of people, and also usually price of ships is very, very high, but the damaged property was just a clam farm. Yes, it is kind of damaged. The owner do not want, but still the protective value is much more higher than inflicted damages. So Korean Supreme Court, the Captain's Act can be justified. The Captain's Act cannot criminally punishable. But be cautious. Still, the captain can be. The captain should have take responsibility of civil damage about claim farm, right? Based on the public law, criminal law, he have to take should not take responsibility. But in the civil law perspective, he still have take responsibility. He cannot escape from all the responsibility about the damage he caused. So let's compare the case with this case. The female defendant has cut the man's tongues with who tried to rape her. Let me add more facts for this case. And when tried to escape from his pain in the tongue, the man made a damage into the victim, the female's teeth. Q issue was what kind of fault the cause danger required in Criminal Code 22 for this case. There appears a damage, and the defendants try to escape the danger presence he faced. But when you compare the interest he wants to protect with the damage he inflicts, we cannot say that the protected interest is much more valuable than the damage inflicted. And also he caused a very, very, very serious and heinous danger. He did very, very bad acts. He tried to rape the female. Then the fault to cause the danger, the present he faced, is much more serious than the fault in this case, right? In this case, yes, Captain made a mistake and made a fault. He had a fault, but that mistake is not very, very, very high, and it's not very, very blameworthy. But in this case, he tried to rape a woman, so his fault is very, very, high, very, very serious than the case before. So, because of based on the consideration of the faults, and also based on the consideration of interest balancing between protective value and the inflicted value, we have to conclude that the man who tried to rape a woman cannot be justified based on the necessity defense. If a fault that causes danger is assessed to too big, it can affect the interest balancing that is required to determine whether an act in question satisfied requirement of necessity. All right? Like this way, like this the logical and the structural and conceptual way, we have to analyze these cases and we can conclude it whether somebody is guilty or not. Yes, this case belongs to my area, my specialty, the criminal law. But I'm sure that it can help you to understand legal case, better. I hope that your career developments will be glorious, and also I deeply hope that as my lecture of this year can help you to understand Korean public law and Korean legal system about fishery and maritime legal system. Also my area, criminal law. I hope to see you in the next occasion. Thank you very much.